Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 12 of my favorite 30 guitar players of all time, which we've been counting down each and every day. Here in September 2024, our 30 favorite guitarists across all genres, all shapes and sizes, right? Our absolute favorites. And for pick number 12, I have been into this guy probably close to 40 years now. I kind of discovered him right after yesterday's pick, which was John McLaughlin. It's kind of no surprise that I came about getting into both of these two guys right around the same time, because they've been kind of attached to each other and have been friendly and rivals and worked together in an acoustic trio. Of course, let's bring to the stage my pick number 12, none other than Al Di Meola. Yeah, the man who blazes on the Les Paul. Kind of like John McLaughlin yesterday, he's in more recent years played a lot of Paul Reed Smith guitars when he plays electric, so he goes back and forth between that and the Les Paul. An amazing acoustic player too, right? Of course, made the Ovation guitars world famous a number of years ago. So yeah, just one of the great fusion jazz players of all time. And yeah, what a tone and what impeccable taste. I mean, he's the guy. You know, you look at like some of those like neoclassical shredders that we got throughout the 80s, you know, how many of them got some influence from this guy? You have to think so many of them, right? Yeah, just love Di Meola to death, and still out there, you know, even though he had a heart attack like a year ago, still out there playing. And still as amazing as ever, you know, one of the greatest technicians of all time. But again, he's a guy who could absolutely blaze and play some jaw-dropping stuff, whether he's using full-on electric or in an acoustic or, you know, kind of classical flamenco type setting, right? So just amazing player. As far as my three favorite albums featuring his playing, I mean, for me, this was, I think, kind of a no-brainer. There's like three albums I always think are the go-to if I'm ever going to recommend Al Di Meola to anybody. I'm going to start with the Return to Forever classic Romantic Warrior. I mean, all three Return to Forever albums he played on are just absolutely amazing, but this is like pretty much perfection. So many good songs on here, you know, Medieval Overture. And you know, this is more of a band setting. This is not just Al laying it loose for the whole album, but there's plenty of great licks and solos on here and little riffs and things like that. Medieval Overture, Sorceress, you know, The Romantic Warrior, the title track, so good. Majestic Dance, The Magician, and Duel of the Jester and the Tyrants, you know, and it's kind of little funky licks and the blazing acoustic solos, some really nice acoustic work too. Yeah, just classic album. Great songwriting, arrangements, the whole nine yards. I think if you want to get a feel for what Al Di Meola was doing at a really young age at such a high level, right here, folks. And then, you know, hey, let's go to his first solo album, Land of the Midnight Sun. I go back and forth between this and my next pick as my favorite Al Di Meola solo record. I think some of, you know, again, this was 1976, so pretty young doing this sort of thing. And, you know, this is fusion, high energy fusion. You got the Wizard on here. The title track is so good. Love theme from Picture of the Sea. And then you got the Golden Dawn suite, which is absolutely terrific. And then Short Tales of the Black Forest. You got all sorts of great players on here. Jocko's on here, all sorts of folks. And man, his guitar tone, again, you could tell he's playing that Les Paul throughout this whole thing. It's just so good. And it could, like I said, it always mixes in a little bit of acoustic stuff. Killer album. Love it. And gotta go with Elegant Gypsy, right? Absolutely have to. You can make a case for Casino. Casino's, I could have thrown the Casino in here and made the trifecta of Di Meola solo records, but you got to throw a Return to Forever in there. But yeah, Elegant Gypsy is just so good. Flight Over Rio, Midnight Tango, Mediterranean Sundance, again, blending the fiery acoustic fusion with the, fiery electric fusion with the acoustic stuff. Getting that stuff straight today. The Elegant Gypsy suite. I mean, this whole thing, top to bottom, is just absolutely amazing. And again, the songwriting, the songs are so memorable. You know, when you do a fusion, right? Not the easiest thing to come up with memorable, catchy songs, because there's no vocals, right? There's no chorus hook, none of that, right? You got to do with the melodies you create, and Al certainly able to do that. As far as like my favorite guitar solo. Yeah, this was a little on the difficult side because he's got a million of them. But ultimately, I got to go with one that I think just absolutely burns and, again, shows his amazing fluid technique, but that sense of melody that he always brings to the table. And I'm going to go to a live album. I'm going to go with one of his more aggressive tracks, and that's Race with the Devil on Spanish Highway from the Tour de Force live album. Solo's great on the studio version, but man, here on the live album, it just absolutely rips, and he's just got a killer band on here. And it's like, if you want to hear him take that solo to new levels, this is the album. And this is one of those albums, the live albums, where it's like 39 minutes long. Where's the rest of it? This should have been a double, right? It's just, there's so much missing from here. It's like, and it's tasty for what it is and really good, but it's just like, it's like a teaser for what this live album could have been. So yeah, Race with the Devil on Spanish Highway from Tour de Force Live is my solo. And then, of course, his first two solo records and his last with Return to Forever are my picks for favorite albums. So let us know what you think of Al Di Meola down in the comments below. George, I'm curious to see how you would pick your 3 favorite albums and favorite solo. George Lee, Eric Porter as well, my 4 Fusion Friday comrades. So curious to see what everybody else comes up with, as well as your pick for today. And visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page. And here on the channel, you got the join button if you want to sign up for a channel membership. Thank you in advance for all your support there, folks. Greatly appreciated. And we'll see you. All right, we're number 11 tomorrow. We got October 1st is the beginning of top 31 debut albums of all time countdown. We're doing that in October. And stay tuned for, we got Monsters Den coming up later today. Friday morning at the Funhouse, tomorrow morning with Martin Popoff. We've got the Professor's Picks with Ken Golden. We've got the UK Connection on Saturday and ranking the albums on Sunday of Vanilla Fudge. So all that happening here on SOT. We'll see you soon for all of it. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.